Hi everyone, welcome to NDVA educational YouTube channel. Today our Python program was loops concepts. In this program onwards we can get loops concept Python programs. So before starting this program requirement, I want to highlight one useful and important point here which is related to loops concept. So majorly in every program code develop purpose we are using loops and conditional statements. Not only in Python programs we are using loops concepts and conditional concepts in every programming language, but syntax will be varied comparing to one program to another program. So these are the most useful concepts for developing any code. So we need to learn loops concepts and conditional concepts correctly, then only we can develop any codes easily and accurately. So that I want to explain this program. Coming to this program, here they provided a task. As usually I will read this task. The provided code stub reads an integer n from the standard input. For all non-negative integers I less than n, print I square. So here I want to highlight one more point. So we are actually starting from a very easy level programs to difficult level programs, right? So one by one program definitely everyone learns new concept and new syntax in every program from easy level to difficult level. So I will explain about what we need to implement according to the requirement only. I don't explain outside the requirement, because we may get confused what we need to, why we used that code or syntax here. So I will explain the program requirement or code develop for this program requirement only. So program by program we can able to understand code and syntax easily. So first I will explain this program requirement here. The program code stub reads an integer n. It means from standard input, it means they provided one input value, that is integer, with the name n. So here in the integer n we can take any integer value from 1, 2, 3 and so on, like that we can take any integer value. This is the first line means. And coming to here, for all non-negative integers I less than n, it means they provided a condition which says for all non-negative integers. So here non-negative means without any negative numbers, means without any minus sign numbers. So it will be ideally starts from 0 to 0, 1, 2 and so on, like that. So those numbers. So here I value start from 0 to 1, 2, like that, without taking any negative numbers as I value. So this I values less than n, then we need to print I square as our output. So here I will explain. They provided our program requirement very clearly, so I will explain what it meant by. Here basically if we take any value as n in our input, before that number we need to square the numbers. So here example they provided, right? This is our main intention to print our output for this program requirement. Here they provided n. Before n value as 3, before n values are what are present without any negative numbers, from 0, 1, 2. Here they provided 0, 1, 2 also in the example. Before 3 there is 3 numbers, those are 0, 1, 2. So we need to square these 3 numbers. 0 square means 0, 1 square means 1, 2 square means 4. This is the way we need to print our output when we are taking input like this, according to this program requirement. And coming to the sample input, here they take input value as 5. In previous, here they take input value as 3. Here we can say this is one test case and this is one test case. Test cases are like this. They test the code in multiple ways. Usually they test our code like 2 test cases, 3, like that. So why I am explaining this also, we get more information on this, then only we can develop our code beyond our limits. So here 5 is the input value, right? Before 5 we need to square all the numbers. Before 5 means 4. So here I value start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all numbers we need to square. So first one 0 square 0, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16. So here we didn't take 5 value and we didn't square that 5 number. So this is our requirement. If we take any number means here they provided constraint n in the inclusive range between 1 to 20. So 1 and 20 also included. We need to take numbers in this range only. Then accordingly we can print our output. So if we take n value as 10, before 10 value, those numbers we need to square those numbers. So before 10 what are present, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to 10, like so ending number will be 9. Those 0 to 9 numbers we need to square. This is our perfect program requirement. So I will develop code according to this. First we need to take input, right? So as usually as I am explaining in before programs also, I will read integer value. I will take n as variable equal to int input of. So this line means, as I previously explained, this line usually reads any input number. So we can take any input number in this syntax. Then second line I will write code, after that I will explain, so that will help you to understand this program requirement. I will use here for loop for I in range of n. This is the syntax to write our for loop. So as similar to if condition, it also follows at ending 2 dots means, and after that it follows indentation as if condition follows. So we can write our code here. So this program requirement, we don't have any much code. We can write our code in the print statement itself. We don't need to write our code line by line in many lines, because this program requirement is very easily by using a loop concept. Then sometimes code will be reduced also. So it basically means it helps us to reduce our code and provide more flexibility to our code. So here I will write I square. I need to write I square, right? So I square, how can we write, right? Like this, I double hashtag 2. This is this format we can say I square. So here I will explain what background process done in this code. First, for I in range n means I in range n means, so I will take n value as 5 in this example. So n I will write here I in range 5. This is the meaning. So in for loop we are taking 3 condition as C language also. So here I will show what are the three values. So I will show here only. First, in this n we have another 2 also. If nothing we are mentioned specifically, defaultly starting number will be 0. Otherwise, if you provide any 1 comma 2 comma like that will be number will be used in for loop. If we do not provide any number, it will take 0 as the default, 0 comma, and it has some default condition. So After checking that condition, then it proceed with the next line of the code. So the condition will be I less than n. This is the default condition. If you mentioned or not, it will be taking this condition only. If it's true, we need to print our I value increment. This is the default condition. If we didn't provided anything in for loop, this increment operation will be performed defaultly. So here as I mentioned 0 to it will be start 0, right? So I in range 0 to n. So if I didn't provide anything, just I provided n, right? So defaultly it will be start from 0 to here they provided only n. If you provided n plus 1, so that number will be n. Here is 5, right? That number will be 6. So in this requirement n value is 5, right? So 0 comma 5. So I will take this as I equal to, it start from 0 comma n value will be 5. So I equal to 0 comma 5. 0 comma 5 will be right. So 0 to before the 5 number. So 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. These all numbers are the range. This is the range. We simply provide the range like this. So what here indicates was I in first iteration it will take 0 as I value. In second iteration, if the condition true, in second iteration I will take 1 as I value, and I will take 2 as I value in the third iteration. Like that we can take. If anybody can't understand the explanation, you can repeatedly watch this thing, because this is the most important thing. If we can understand here only, we can develop our code by using loops concepts, condition concepts very easily. So that only I did stretch the code like this, explanation like this. So here I didn't provided any value, right? It defaultly take 0 as starting number. If I mentioned 1 comma n like this, it will be starting from 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Before the n value we need to take like this only. If we provided here n plus 1, then we can take 5, because n means here 5, right? Here we did take, plus 1 means 5 plus 1 6. So before 6 value was 5. In this way we are taking range. So in between the range we can try to execute this code. So I will remove this unwanted thing. So first here I will write my loop condition accordingly to the requirement. So here I want you to remember one point. Loops concepts are very useful in any programming language. In Python especially, we can write our requirement as our requirement. We can change the loops. Suppose here I am using only n value. If the requirement is different, so according to that requirement I will use the for loop like that. So if the requirement will be different, so according to that requirement I will start I value as 3 comma, like that I will take according to the requirement. So please keep this point in your mind. So coming programs you will understand why I am saying this point. So here I start from 0, right? So 0 comma 0 is, so 0 is the first iteration value, right? Then we need to check the condition 0 less than this value or not. Then only we can print our code whatever present here. So 0 less than n, so that is correct. So we need to print this statement. So here in first iteration 0 is I value is 0, right? 0 square will be 0. So this will be printed. After that, if any code is there, then that code also evaluated accordingly. If not, if after indentation ending, if anything, any code or any another conditions there, that condition will be executed. If here there is no condition, no any programming language, right? So here terminate here and go to in this for loop again. So I value will be incremented. So previous first iteration I value will be 0. After the condition true only, I value will be 1. So here before I value true, right? So I less than n, that is correct, right? So here I value will become 1. So here 1 square means 1. Then again terminated and increment the value and go to this loop. So here I value will be 2 in the third condition. So 2 square 4. So here print 4, and I will again it will be terminate, because here there is no program logic lines. So here terminate the loop. You may not require to understanding whole for loop concept in this program only. You can understand the for loop concept program by program, but in this program you will definitely know what is for loop and what is the main purpose of the for loop. So I will ensure in this program. So after 2 I will it will be incremented to 3. So 3 less than 5. After checking the condition, then only we need to proceed the code. So 3 square will be 9. So it will be true, right? Again it will be incremented to 4 less than 5, that is correct. So 4 square 16. Then this is correct, it will be increment to 4 to 5. So here 5 less than 5, that is not correct. So here this program code not printed. After achieving the 4 square means before the input value number. If we take here as 10, before 10 means 9. After 9, before 10, whatever value is presented in that range values only executed. So in this way we are printing 0, 1, 4, 9, 16 like this. So I will try to execute this. If any doubts, please ping in comment section. I will explain all your doubts. So I will execute this program whether it is executed or not. So it will be executed. So I want to highlight a point again, because for loop concept was very important. This is the basic for loop I explained in this program. If all watching here able to learn how the for loop working and what is the functionality for loop, then all can able to do the very difficult programs also easily. So need to learn Python perfectly. If any doubts, please ping in the comment section. I am happily clarify all your doubts. Thanks for supporting, and thank you all.